सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सर्ववेदान्त सिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। We saw the shloka 322. Pramado brahmanistayam na kartavya kadachana pramado mrityurityaha bhagavan brahman sutaha. So sutaha sanatsujataha told Dhritarashtra that pramada, you should be careful about pramada, negligence during brahmanishta. You should always be alert. Why? Because pramada itself is mrityu. Negligence leads to fall, and that fall is samsara, the mrityu cycle of janma mrityu continues, and therefore you should be very alert during nididhyasana, brahmanishtayam, which is brahmanishta, practice of brahmanishta. Tad upapadayati na pramadad ityadina. He elaborates this idea further in shloka 323. न प्रमादादर्थोऽन्यः ज्ञानिनः स्वस्वरूपतः ततो मोहस्ततो हन्धीः ततो बन्धस्ततो व्यथा. So there is a sequence. Once there is pramada, negligence, then this vicious cycle, the fall, how the samsara comes about, which was just mentioned in 322, there is mrityu. How is that? How can that be? So that is shown here through a sequence. The steps are elaborated here. Tataha. So tataha, after pramada, when there is pramada, negligence, there is mohaha. And tata ahandi, when there is moha, then there is ahankara. And once there is ahankara, once one is deluded, you don't know your swarupa. So swaswarupataha jnaninaha anya pramada anartha nasti. Anya anartha nasti. Pramadad anya anartha jnaninaha nasti. There is a fall from one's own swaswarupataha pramadad. Once there is a fall from one's own swarupa, then there is moha. And that moha leads to ahankara, individuality, ahandhihi, and tataha. Therefore, after that there is bandha. Bondage is due to ahankara, individuality. You carve yourself out as an individual, and then you see samsara, all entities separate from you. You see Ishvara separate from you, the world separate from you, and then ragadvesha come about, and ragadvesha fructify into bondage. There is karma and karma phala. Kama, ragadvesha means kama, and kama, karma, then there is karma phala. This is samsara. That is what is called as bandha, tato vyatha, and then all the miseries, all the adversities follow thereof. So what is the first in the sequence? Pramada, negligence. So ajnana, which has not gone completely, can raise its hood again. ज्ञानिनः स्वस्वरूपतः प्रमादात् प्रच्युतेः अन्यः अनर्थः हानि न विद्यते यस्मात् ततः तस्मात्. So tatah is tasmat here, and he supplies a yasmat for that. Since there is no other anartha means hani, there is no other adversity than this pramada, negligence, fall from one's own prachutehe, from one's own swaswarupata prachutehe. Other than this Prachuti fall from one's own swarupa, one's own nature, there is no other anartha for a jnani. Therefore, tataha swaswarupa or swarupa prachuto satyam moha vismaranam tataha anatmani ahankare ahanji tataha bandha dehado adhyasaha tataha vyatha jara maranadi janya. So it should be a single word, jara maranadi janya. So finally, what is bondage? The bondage is leading to janma marana, that cycle, continuous cycle of janma and marana, samsaranam. So swarupa prachuto satyam, once there is swarupa prachuti, fall from one's own nature, being in one's own nature, fall from one's nature is being in oneself, that is nishtha. Fall from that is called as prachuti here. And when that is there, sati saptami, swarupa prachuto satyam moha bhavati. Vismaranam. Moha here is, the delusion is vismaranam, forgetting one's own nature. If you fall from your own swarupa, then you forget your swarupa. It is like doing japa. If you are doing japa or study, any study, if you are focused on one thing, if you lose that chain, if you are studying, you lose your concentration, then that is pramada. So japa may be continuing, but japa is not really happening because you are not focused on that. The mala, you are just moving the mala, but your mind is elsewhere. If you are studying, a student is studying and his mind wanders about, he may be reading, but nothing goes inside. And then he forgets that he is studying. The person who is doing japa, he forgets that he is doing japa, and that is moha, vismaranam. Then after a long time, you don't even know what you have chanted, what you have studied, how many malas you have done, or whether you have finished one japa and one moving to another japa. You don't even remember that, and thereby this fall, negligence itself leads to vismaranam, moha. Tataha anatmani ahankare ahanjihi. So there is an individuality, ahandi, the aham buddhi is there. With this respect to this individuality, there is ahankara, and then tataha bandha. Thereafter there is bondage. What is that? Adhyasa. Dehado adhyasa is called as bondage. The superimposition of this dehado adhyasa. You superimpose dehadi on yourself and then associate with that. Tataha vyatha. All the adversities, miseries, which are those jara maranadi janya. Jara marana is for the sharira dehadi. Having tadatmya sambandha with dehadi, one thinks that one has jara marana ityadi. And then all the vyatha that follows between jara and marana, the janma and marana, all these jara vyadhi, all of those accrue to the individual. Ajnaninaha evamastu jnaninaha api evam kim syat iti shankayam aha vishayati. So the student is asking, this is the case for an ajnani. Why will jnani have this kind of a chain reaction? Why should jnani have it? He already has jnana. So people think that once jnana is there, everything is done. But that jnana can be paroksha. It may not be stira jnana. It may be momentary glimpse. All these you have to consider whether jnana is stira. Whether I can have control over my mind once I know that I am not this individual. Can I have control over vasanas? That is important even for a jnani. So here 324 shloka answers that question. Vishayabhimukham drishtva vidvam samapi vismritihi vikshepiti dhidoshahihi yosha jaram iva priyam. Okay, I think we have done this shloka. I'm sorry. So 325. I had missed a page. Yeah, actually, instead of going on the second page, I went to the first page. So we have seen this. Yeah, in the other book I had put a bookmark at 325. So anyway, since you have seen this, I had explained this, that just like a person, even if he is married, he gets deluded looking at a beautiful woman. One may just forget that he is married, because just that moha due to pramada, due to fall from the institution of marriage, so to say, thereby one may get attracted towards another. So this is an example given. Even if a person is married, one may get attracted towards another, and then The woman may think who is looking at you, and then she may be interested, and she may think that you are flirting, and thereby one may forget that he is married in the end. So this is an example given to drive home the point that even if a person is married, as though in the exemplified he is married to the Atma, to the Tattva, but still if a person has pramada, there can be moha, and then one may flirt with the samsara. So that's the exemplified there. Uktam artham drishtantantarena aha sushtu pratipatte yatheti. So sushtu pratipatte tadarthya chaturthi, for samyak jnana, for a clear understanding, clarity in understanding. Uktam artham drishtantantarena aha. With another example he drives home this point. Yatha prakrishtam shaivalam kshanamatram na tishtati avrunoti tatha maya prajñam vapi parangukham. So why is there delusion? Why will there be a fall, or why will there be this set of adversity for a jnani? Let it be for ajnani. Why for ajnani? That is answered with another example. The earlier example is brought back. Long back we had seen an example that when there is a covering of moss on still water, on a lake or something, then what happens? You don't know that it is water. You see all this green coverage, but you don't see the water itself. You may consider it as land, but then when someone tells you that this is a lake, it has been covered up, but then if you can separate this, that is called a shaivala. So if you separate those, then you can see the water clearly. That was the example given earlier. Now what is the example? Even if you separate it and you can see the water, still within moments it will be covered up again. So there has to be effort to keep the water clear. You have to keep on separating. So the example is to drive home the point of vasanas. You have to be alert and clear the mind of vasanas. It's a continuous activity. You have to hold on to that, the clear water. You have to hold on to your jnana clearly by removing vasanas. So you can't afford to be negligent there. Yatha prakrushtam shaivalam ksanamatram natishtati. It does not, so what has been the moss which has been removed, it does not remain where you have pushed it aside. It will come back. Ksanamatram natishtati. Not even for a moment it will stay in separation. If you have separated it, then it will not stay away. It will come back. Momentarily it will come back, and then it covers up the water. Avrunoti. Tatha. Similarly, maya prajñam vapi parangmukham. Maya also, this person who has jnana, prajñam vapi parangmukham drishtva, rather parangmukham, seeing that the person is moving outward. His indriyas are getting defocused from the tattva and are moving outward. Having seen this, maya also prajñam avrunoti. It covers up the tattva. If you have lost hold of the tattva, it covers up the tattva again, and then the vishayas carry the person. Thereby the jnani also may get carried away, and so he has to be alert. Purvam kosha panchakasya shaivala drishtantena eva avarakatvam uktam. It was shown in the shloka long back in 152. Shloka, it was shown that kosha panchakasya, the panchakosha, the pentad of these koshas, that itself is covering up. Shaivala drishtantena eva avarakatvam uktam. What is covering the Atma Tattva? Like the water is covered by the moss, similarly the moss in the exemplified is this pentad of koshas. Tat shaivala apanaye samyak salilam pratiyate shuddham iti ksanamatram shaivalam apakrushtam yathana tishtati punaha avrunoti salilam tatha. Just like the moss which is separated does not let the what does it mean by the shaivala? The moss does not stay separate. it does not remain the way it has been moved. It does not remain there. It means that the water will not remain clear. That's what it means. Moss will come back and the water will not be clear anymore. Tatha prajñam vapi Krutakosha Panchaka Nishedam api. This Prajna, who is what? He is Krutakosha Panchaka Nisheda. He is a person who has negated this Panchakosha. So it's a Bahuri. Panchakosha, Kosha Panchaka. Kosha Panchaka is the set of 5 koshas have been negated by whom? That person is called Kruta Kosha Panchaka Nisheda. Tamapi Paramukham Avrunoti. Covers that person also. He covers the jnana, that knowledge it covers, and that Tirohita Swarupam Karoti Ityartha. It makes the person who is focused outward and thereby he is under the influence of ajnana. It makes the person, this Maya makes the person, even a jnani, makes the person deluded by this avarana. First avarana and then vikshepa is a follow on, which we all know. Na pramadad anartha anyaha ityuktam. In 323 it is said, there is no other anartha than this pramada itself. Drishtantantirana sputayati lakshyachutam iti. He clarifies, Bhagavad Padacharya clarifies the same idea expressed in 323 here. Lakshyachutam ched yadi sorry, I need to recall the tune. Lakshyachutam ched yadi chittamishat bahirmukham sannipatet tatastatah pramadatah prachyuta kelikandukah sopana pankto patito yatha tatha. Here he gives another example as to why this jnani will have a fall. How is there is a chain reaction? Lakshyachutam ched yadi chittam ishad. So even if there is a little negligence unto what? Unto lakshya, lakshartha, this Brahma which is lakshya, which is the goal. If you lose sight of the goal, then there is a fall. And in the example, like a child who is playing with a ball. So he is playing with a ball on the staircase. So he is at the top of the staircase and he is just say bouncing the ball and catching it. Now if he loses the sight of lakshya, what is his goal? To catch the ball which is in the air. He has thrown it and he has to catch that ball. But if he loses sight of that, then the ball will fall. If the ball falls, it will not remain near his foot even. It will go down the stairs. So once it drops onto one step, then it will have a continuous fall onto another step and another and another, and then it will keep on continuously falling. So this is the chain reaction in the exemplified as well. Lakshya chitam ched yadi chittam ishad bahirmukham sannipateta tatastataha. It will keep on going outward and outward. This consciousness, if you have lost sight of this Brahm Lakshyam, then what will happen that even if there is a little negligence, then there is as though window opening for a fall. So then bahirmukham sannipateta tatastataha, he will keep on going outward and outward, pramadataha, due to negligence. In the example, prachyuta kelikandukaha, the child or the person who is playing with this kelika, kandukaha, he is playing with the kanduka is the ball, and he is prachyuta from that keli, from that play he is having a fall, and there he is negligent, and then since he is negligent, he loses sight of the ball and it falls down. Sopana pankto, just a second please. So sopana pankto patitaha yatha. So keeps on falling down the stairs, just like the ball falls down the stairs. Similarly, the person keeps on falling outward and outward. He goes on, this jnani goes outward and outward from the inner consciousness. Chittam yadi ishat lakshyam brahma tatah chutam. Yadi ishat lakshyam brahma tatah chutam. This mind, chitta. So chittam ishad falls from this lakshya consciousness, or what is that? It is the pratyagatma, that brahmatma, pratyagatma, which is the lakshyartha of the jiva. And chitta, so chitta, mind has a fall. Mind is defocused from the pratyagatma, and then lakshyam brahma is that consciousness. Tatah chutam, it has fallen from that lakshya brahma. So lakshyat chutam, lakshyat brahmanaha chutam chittam, that chitta which has fallen, chet, if it is so, then bahirmukham sat, being focused outward, anatma pravanam sat, tatastataha ahankara, there is a typo here, ahankara, I don't think there is an ahankarat buddhi, it should be ahankara buddhi manah pranendriya deha visheshu. So that dakara seems to be a typo there. Ahankara buddhi manah pranendriya deha visheshu nipateta. So being focused outward, this chitta now is no longer focused inward. Being focused outward, what happens? See, it's the nature of the chitta, of antakarana, of mana, to go outward. So if you are not focused inward, then it will by nature go outward. Unless it is trained, unless it is trained to remain still, it will keep on moving. Bahirmukham sat, anatma pravanam sat, meaning being focused towards anatma, these koshas, tatastataha, goes away, further and further away. Ahankara buddhi manah pranendriya deha visheshu. So all the koshas are listed, it keeps on going outward and associates with each kosha, and then nipatet, that is the fall. Yatha, in example, yatha pramadaha kridataha purushasya ichhabhave api pramadataha. That there is a yatha pramada, just like there is negligence in the play. Kridataha purushasya ichhabhave api, even if he does not desire to drop the ball, what will happen? He does not plan to drop the ball. Still what happens? Pramata anavadhana vashat, not being alert. Due to not being alert, prachyuta keli kandukaha sopana pankto patitaha adaha adha gacchati na grahitum shakyate tatha. So once the ball has fallen on the stairs, even if it's on the same stair that you are standing on, what will happen? It will go down, then another step. It will gain momentum as it falls. It will gain momentum. It may not have that kind of momentum, but then it slips from that step into another step, bahirmukha. Then it will gain momentum to go more outward. It will gain momentum to fall downwards. Similarly, bahirmukham is being focused outward. If you lose sight of this antaratma, the chedvastu, then what will happen? Lakshavastu, then there will be fall into ahankara, and then ahankara will, associating with ahankara, the buddhi gets momentum, the tadatmya sambandha gets momentum to go outward, and then it has to associate with buddhi also, manaha, then prana, and then indriya, and deha. All of these are possible. Pramadasya mrityutvam sushtu upavadayati sardhadvayena. Through the next 2.5 shlokas, mrityutvam of this pramada, how does this negligence lead to death, is elaborated here. Visheshvavishachetah sankalpayati tadgunan samyak sankalpanat kamah kamat pumsah pravartanam tatas swarupa vibhramshah vibrashtastu patatyatah patitasya vinanasham punarnaroha ikshate sankalpam varjayet tasmat sarvanarthasya karanam apathyani hi vastuni vyadhigrasto yathotsrajet. Yathotsrajet. Yatha, in the example, Vyadigrastha, I am going from the last sloka. What is the solution to this chain? Vyadigrastha, one who is diseased, one who has been grasped by the disease, he should give up apatya, indigestible. So what you cannot digest, all the entire body is weakened by the disease, by the fever or whatever disease. Thereby, whatever is not conducive to your health, which will worsen the disease, that is apatya. You should not partake those. You should not consume those. Those should be given up. Yatha utsarya, the way a disease gives up the food which is not good for the disease, similarly one should sankalpam varjayet. Sarvanarthasya karanam, that which is the cause for all adversity should be given up. That is sankalpa. You make a sankalpa that I will do this, I will do that. There may not be a planned sankalpa, but that is due to vasanas. So in the beginning what I said, Visheshu Avisha Chetaha Sankalpayati Tadgunan. What is the sankalpa? Tadgunan Sankalpayati. One who is associated with the Vishayas. He wants those, the attributes of the Vishayas are attractive. All the objects have some attributes which attract a person. You like music, then you like Shabda. Shabda is the attribute that you like in the object. In the cognizable object, you like Shabda. In the cognizable object, you like the Rupa. And so on and so forth. Similarly here, Visheshu Avishachetaha Tadgunan Sankalpayati. This person who actually Vishesh Avishachetaha, Chetaha. So Avishachetaha Yasya, just a second, let me think whether it can Bahuri. Avishachetaha. I think it's a Bahuri, but then it can be taken as the mind also. The mind does sankalpa or the person does sankalpa. We'll go by the tika. Tika says manaha chetaha manaha sankalpayati. Okay, the mind which is influenced by, so we can keep it as Tatpurusha, and the mind which is influenced, attracted towards Vishayas. Visheshu Avishat Chetaha, that Cheta Sankalpayati. Gunan, Tadgunan Sankalpayati. The mind is influenced by these. Once it is attracted, then it is getting carried away by the gunas of the Vishayas. Tadgunan, Vishaya Gunan Sankalpayati. Further, Samyak Sankalpanat. Once there is Sankalpa, Samyak Sankalpa of these gunas, then Kamaha, there is desire for those objects, those gunas, basically the object. I'm sorry. So then there is Kamaha. After Kama, there is Pravrutti. Pravartana is Pravrutti. There is engagement. After Kama, there is Karma. You want to own the object. Thereby Pravrutti is there. Tataha Sarupa Vibramsha. And thereby there is Nasha of one's own, staying in one's own Swarupa. That Nishtha is gone now. And Vibrashta, one who forgets one's own Swarupa, Vibrashtastu Adaha Patati. He falls. He has a fall. Patitasya Vina Nasham. Nasham Vina. Patitasya Nasham Vina. This, once there is a fall, it will lead to destruction. Other than that, there is no, that momentum which one has gained, unless there is the end to that chain, which is in Nasha. There is no comeback. So it is showing there, Patitasya Nasham Vina Punaha Aroha Na Ikshate. So Punaha Aroha Ikshate. Patitasya Vina Nasham Punaha Aroha Ikshate. Punaha Aroha Na Ikshate. There is a Na sitting there. Punaha Na Aroha Ikshate. So Aroha Na Ikshate. Again there is climbing is not possible. See, like in the example given, unless the ball reaches its end of momentum, that kinetic energy is gone and it goes and stays, it cannot come back up unless you go and See, if the fall is so fast, you are trying to run to catch, but unless the ball slows down, you cannot catch it. It has to slow down, or your speed has to increase. In the example, you have to assume that you are going with the same speed, but then you are unable to catch the ball. Once it reaches rest, which is nasha of that momentum, you can catch hold of it and then bring it back upstairs. Similarly, here in the exemplified, unless the journey has ended in the momentum of going outward, lost. So that is nasha. Other than that, there is no way to bring the mind back now. It has to lose that momentum. So that is the nasha. Patitasya nasham vina aroha naikshate. This mind which has dropped now from the Swarupa, unless it stops, that momentum is gone, you cannot bring it back into the Swarupa. Sankalp, therefore what? Tasmat sankalpam varjayet, which is what? Tasmat sarvanarthasya karanam sankalpam varjayet. How? Yatha vyadhigrastha, yatha hi vyadhigrastha apatyani vastuni utsrujet. Just like a deceased person gives up the apatya, all these apatya vastus he gives up, similarly you should give up this sankalpa. Visheshu shabdadishu chetaha manaha avishat sat, being attracted, this mind is attracted towards shabdadishu visheshu, towards attracted, mind is attracted towards shabda ityadi, shabda sparsha roop rasa gandha. Tad gunan teshu bhoga hetutaya ananda janakatvadi gunan sankalpeti chintayati. So sankalpa, what is sankalpa really? There is a thinking. So in Gita also it is said that a person who keeps on, does chinta of Vishaya, there is rise of kama, and then there is kama, krodha, there is a chain given there as well. So here it is said that sankalpa is that chinta. If one is attracted towards the Vishaya, then there is thinking. You see that the mind keeps on indulging in the attributes of the vastu, of the Vishaya vastu. So you keep on, sankalpa is chinta, so you keep on thinking about that. The mind keeps on bringing this object again and again, and then the vasana which is there becomes ripe, and then it comes up as kama. Samyak kalpanat, samyak sankalpanat, that chinta is a kalpana really. It is sankalpa is chinta, which is kalpana. So samyak sankalpanat, or due to this samyak kalpana, kalpanayaha kamaha. So samyak sankalpanat kamaha, teshu ichha, there is desire for that object, jayate, and kamat pumsaha pravartanam, tat sampadane yatnaha. Pravartana is pravrutti, yatnaha, effort to get that object. Yadyad hi kurute jantuhu tattat kamasya cheshtitam iti smritehe. So there is a smriti vakya which says that yadyad hi kurute jantuhu, any creature, not only human beings, any activity which is done by any creature, it is prodded by kamaha. Tattat kamasya cheshtitam. Unless there is kama, one will not engage in any karma. Tataha swarupa vibhramsha. Due to that there is swarupa vibhramsha. What is swarupa vibhramsha? Swarupat prachutihi viswaranam ityartha. There is fall from swarupa, meaning there is forgetfulness. You forget who you really are. Vibrashtastu adaha anatmasu kosheshu tadvara dura dureshu visheshu patati gacchati. And once this fall starts, you forget your atma tattva, then adaha patati, the person who is deluded keeps on falling downwards. What is that? Downward meaning goes outward and outward. Kosheshu anatmasu kosheshu tadvara dura dureshu visheshu patati. One associates with the koshas with tadatmya sambandha, and through these koshas, then whatever is the kosha activity, one considers as one's own activity, and thereby dura dureshu visheshu patati gacchati. One goes outward towards vishayas which are further away from the sharira also, let alone swarupa. Patitasya ati duram nitasya nasham vina स्वरूप अदर्शनमेव स्वरूपादर्शनमेव नाशः स्वरूपादर्शने सर्वदा देहादिकम् आत्मत्वेन मन्यमानस्य तस्य मरणादिसत्वात्. So patitस्य अतिदूरं नीतस्य नाशं विना, unless there is nasha of this patita mana or a person, Swarupa darshanam eva nasha. What is the nasha? Destruction is not seeing your own tattva as yourself, not seeing yourself the way you are, seeing yourself as something else. That itself is nasha, because that is going to lead to mrityu, because the anatma is going to have mrityu. What it is born, whatever is born will die. Thereby Swarupa darshanam eva nasha Swarupa adarshane sarvada dehadikam atmatvena manyamanasya tasya maranadi sattva. Since the Sharira has association of oneself, so one thinks oneself as Sharira. Once the Sharira dies, one will also die with it, figuratively, because we say that I am the Sharira, I am going to die. Asyapi sarvamasti iti bhrantya satatam samsar lagnatvam eva. Asyapi sarvamasti iti bhrantya. Thinking that everything is a sarvamasti iti bhrantya, all this is, there is really existent. Therefore, there is engagement in samsara and one continues in samsara. So, it need not make a differentiation. One need not make a differentiation between a jnani and ajnani when you are thinking about patanam, when there is a fall. For a person who is going to have a fall, this is common for a jnani or an ajnani. So one need not think that jnani will not have a fall. Jnani will also have a fall. So there is this samsaranam, that is for jnani also it is same. Punaha na aroha brahmalabha ikshate. Punah aroha na ikshate means brahmalabha na ikshate. One cannot have brahmalabha if one has samsara, one has vishayasakti, and then one goes outward. If there is a fall, then brahmalabha is not possible. Sarvanarthasya karanam sankalpam. So what is the cause for all adversities which ends in samsara? And samsara, adversities in samsara or all adversities? There is sarvanarthasya karanam, that which leads to all miseries is this sankalpa, which is chintana. Sankalpa is chintana, vastu chintana, vishaya chintana. Tasmad varjayet na kuryat. One should not do chinta of the vastu. Yatha rogagrasta vastuni apatyani utsarjet. Apatyani vastuni yatha rogagrasta vyadigrasta rogagrasta utsarjet. Just as a deceased person gives up what is not good for his health, tatha similarly. Swarupa Chutau Mahananataha Nasha Paryanta. So what is the chain? The chain begins with Swarupa Chutihi, fall from the Swarupa, and then where does it end? Nasha Paryanta, Nasha Samsaragati. That is the chain. Entire chain is in this manner. अतः प्रमादान्न परोस्ति मृत्युः विवेकिनो ब्रह्मविदः समादौ समाहितः सिद्धिमुपैति सम्यक् समाहितात्मा भवसावधानः. अतः प्रमादान्न परोस्ति मृत्युः विवेकिनो ब्रह्मविदः समादौ समाहितः सिद्धिमुपैति सम्यक् Samahitatma bhava savadhanaha. So I tried again anyway, savadhana I messed up. So atah pramadat na apara asti. Mrityuhu apara nasti. Pramadat anyaha. So apara is what? Anyaha. Pramadat anyaha mrityu nasti, which we have seen earlier. There is nothing called as mrityu other than this negligence. Negligence itself is going to, for whom? For a jnani. Vivekina. So for a jnani or a viveki, Brahmavida samadau. So samadau, one who is engaged in this vivekina, samadau vivekinaha, one who is engaged in samadhi, for that kind of a viveki jnani, for a Brahmavidah. So Samadau Vivekina Brahmavidah Pramadad Aparaha Mrityuhu Nasti. There is no other Mrityu than this fall, Pramada, negligence. And Samahidaha Siddhim Upaiti, Samyak Siddhim Upaiti. Samahitatma Bhava Savadhanaha. On the other hand, this Samahita, one who is focused and his goal is Samadhi. One who is engaged in Samadhi, he is moving towards Samadhi. On one hand, there can be negligence, and then thereby negligence itself is Mrityu, Nasha Paryantam. Whereas, on the other hand, if this Jnani stays, this Brahmavit stays with the Tattva, it will lead to Samadhi, and then Vasanakshaya, Manonasha, all that will follow, Jivan Mukti follow. So, Siddhim Upaiti, he attains Siddhi, which is Moksha, which is Jivan Mukti Rupa. Samyak Siddhim Upaiti means Jivan Mukti, he attains Jivan Mukti. Therefore, what? Samahitatma Bhava, you be Samahitatma, you become focused, be alert and let your mind resolve, let your mind reach resolution in the Tattva, in Atma, Manonashaha, Vasanakshaya, let it follow. Be alert and hold on to this Brahma Tattva. Therefore, Savadhanaha Bhava. Savadhanaha Bhava. This reminds me, my Guru, Sridhar Swamiji, so Bhagwan Sridhar Swamiji took Padukas of Samartha Ramdas Swami, and who was even Guru of Shivaji Maharaj, and he did sadhana. He is considered as Datta Avatara, so the sadhana is basically all this in Manushya Avatara, whatever sadhana has to be done, he did all those. So there is a story of Samartha Ramdas Swami, who was also a Brahmachari. And he is also considered as a Maruti Avatara, Anjaneya Avatara. So Samartha Ramdas Swami, he was about to be married. And in that era, marriage was in very early age. So this Swamiji, I mean, he was of course as a Brahmachari, when he was being married, he was a Maharashtrian, so in Marathi there is this shlokas are read during mantra chanting also. There is one important common phrase which is used to attract people, and attract people is to alert people that there is this marriage function happening, and now there is muhurta. So there is that Mangala Muhurta which is there when the marriage, the most important part of the marriage is done at that point of time, during the Muhurta. That is true everywhere in all over India. But there is a phrase used that to alert people that the Muhurta is right now. The Muhurta has arrived. So Shubha Mangala Savadhan. So that Mangala, Shubha Mangala has, that auspicious moment has come now. So Savadhana. So the word Savadhana triggers that memory here. So Savadhana is be alert. So that is for everyone to be alert. That now you have got, pay attention to the bride and groom now. So there are chit chat going on all over. You meet relatives and friends in marriage function. So you catch up. But then don't miss the Muhurta. You have come here for the purpose. So similarly in the exemplified, you have come here for the purpose. Purpose is moksha. And when you are in the Brahma Tattva, you have to be alert, Savadhana. That is the Muhurta. Right now is the Muhurta for Samyak Samadhi, that Samyak Jnana, for Siddhi, for Moksha, for Jivan Mukti. But if we are not alert, then there is a fall. You will while the time away in everything, in chit chat, but then you miss the Muhurta in the marriage. I didn't see what exactly happened during the Muhurta. So that happens. But why it triggers my memory is that Savadhana means be alert. So Savadhana also has a meaning as to when you are, you're driving on a hilly road, you have see Savadhana, accident spot or something. So you have to be alert, you are warned. So Savadhana is also like a warning. So this brahmachari who was about to get married, Samartha Ramdas Swami, he took that as a warning. He says, why are they using this word savadhana? Means I am being warned that I should not get married, and he ran away from his own marriage. He ran away, and then he became a great sage. So that triggers the memory that Shubhamangala Savadhan, once it is said, he became warned and he ran away from the function. He said there is some issue here. Why are they using the word Savadhana here? Thereby he took that as a trigger, and he took that as a warning and ran away from his own marriage. He remained a Ajivana Brahmachari. अतः विवेकिनः ब्रह्मविदः समाधौ प्रमादात् परः मृत्यु नास्ति. There is pramadat na, so not apara is different, para is greater, so I read it apara. Pramadat na paraha, so there is na paraha there. Na paraha is paraha mrityu nasti. Para is greater. There is no greater death than this pramada itself. Meaning is same. If you take apara also mean other than this, but paraha is greater. There is no greater mrityu than pramada for a jnani. Samyak samahitah brahma samstah siddhim muktim upayiti. One who is focused, who does not lose sight of tattva, who is not negligent. So that is on the other hand. Brahma samstah, remaining in brahma tattva, siddhim upayiti, meaning muktim upayiti. One attains mrityu. Tomapi, you also, Guru is telling the Shishya, Tomapi savadhanah pramada rahita samahitatma san nirantaram brahma niveshitantakarano bhava. Samahitatma bhava means atma there is antakarana. Samahita atma means bahuri. Samahita atma yasya. Atma antakarana. Samahita antakaranam yasya saha bhava. You be one who has a focused mind on the tattva. Nirantaram brahma nivesha antakarano bhava. Be a person who has his antakarana focused continuously in brahma tattva. Jivito yasya kaivalyam videhe cha sakevalaha yatkinchit pasyato bhedam bhayam brute yajushrutihi. So there is a Yajushruti, Taittiriya Shruti in Yajushaka says, what? Yada hyevaishaye tasmin udaramantram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. So there is bhaya for a person who does even a little difference. Does as in who cognizes even a little difference, dvaita. There is pramada, whether outside or within also. You see yourself as segmented, or you see yourself as having these koshas, and then you see so many varieties, thereby dvaita is there. Even if you make a little difference between yourself and Bhagavan, between Brahma and individual, seeing difference there, one will have samsara. Dvitiyadvai bhayam bhavati, and through this dvaita there is bhaya, there is fear. So taking cue from that mantra, from that shruti, the shloka says, Jivitaha yasya kaivalyam. That kaivalya is aikya. Kevalasya bhavaha kaivalyam, aikyam. Jivataha yasya kaivalyam. One who gets this aikya, sakshatkara of aikyam, while living. So jivataha yasya kaivalyam, videhe cha sakkevalaha. There should be no doubt that after the fall of the body also he will remain alone. As in he will remain one. He will not become two again. He will not get janma. He will not continue in samsara. He will have an end to this samsara. So jivan mukti will lead to videha mukti as well. Yat kinchit pashyatah bhedam. So bhedam pashyatah. Yat kinchit bhedam pashyatah. For a person, for a pashyan who is seeing, cognizing even a little bheda, what happens? Yajushruti bhayam brute. For that person there is bhaya, there is fear. There is always a fear from another. Something else which is there other than you, one fears that. Other than you, you end up fearing that. Yasya pumsa jivatah pranan dharatah. Jiva prana dharane. living is holding on to this prana. Body has prana there. The body is living through prana. Actually, it is not living through prana. Prana is there because Atma Tattva is making the prana also move, and in its mere presence, it's making the body also tick. Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam is there, meaning what? Sarvopadi. Sarva upadi. Sarvopadi sambandha vinirmuktatvam. Kaivalyam is being free from all associations, or associations with all upadis, all adjuncts in the form of all koshas. Sa Purusha Dhaureyaha, that dhira is what? Videhe or Dhurandhara. Elsewhere it is said, you hear the word Dhurandhara. So that great person is what? He is Muktaha now and he is Mukta later also. Videhe cha, Videhe means once he gets freedom from this Deha also, when the body falls off after Prarabdha in this Janma is over, Videhe cha, Deha Patanantaram api Kevalaha. Even then he is Kevalaha. Even in Yoga Shastra, there are 4 padas. In Yoga Sutras, there are 4 padas. The 4th pada is Kaivalyam. Kaivalya pada. Their interpretation of Kaivalya is different, as in the still individuality is retained. But need not be true. That can also be interpreted as Kaivalya means Aikyam. So Yoga Shastra also can be said to have the same goal, because if you read the sutras in a particular manner, you can see that there is no Dvaita there. Yat kinchit bhedam pashyataha Yajushrutihi. What is that Yajushrutihi? Which is quoted for a person who sees even a little bheda. Sorry, I have a little cough today. Yada hyeveshe tasmin udaramantram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati sati bhayam brute uta api. So what sati? Yat kinchit bhedam pashyata Yajushrutihi bhayam brute utapi sati utap. Even if there is a little difference, ut is even a little, bhayam bhavati, that person will have fear. Iti kaivalye hetuscha, sorry, not aram, utapi aram swalpam. So ut is api and aram is swalpam. So udaram antaram kurute is ut and aram. Udaram has, there are 2 padas. Otherwise udaram, people may think it is stomach. So stomach is called as udara. But ut and aram, there are 2 padas there. Ut means api and aram is swalpam, even a little. So api aram or ut and aram means swalpam api, even a little. That's how you get the meaning, even a little. Udaram antaram kurute, one who does udaram antaram kurute, even one makes a little difference. Yada hi etasmin tattve, in this Brahma Tattva, which is one, ut antaram, ut aram antaram kurute, he makes even a little difference. Then what happens? Antaram bhedam swalpam api bhedam kurute. Udaram antaram kurute means swalpam api bhedam kurute pashyati. One who makes a little difference means one who cognizes a little difference. Atha tasya bhayam bhavati. Atha is tada. Then tasya bhayam bhavati. There is fear for that person. Iti kaivalya hetuscha nirvikalpaka samadhinistha eva. Kaivalya hetuscha. Iti kaivalya hetuscha nirvikalpaka samadhinistha eva. What is the hetu? Kaivalya, what is the hetu? Hetu for Kaivalya being one is this Nishtha. Nishtha is what? This Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Without any segmentation in this Brahma Tattva, within or without, there should be no segmentation, there should be no Dvaita Bhava. You should remain in that, you should resolve yourself in that. The mind should completely resolve into Atma Tattva. It should not have any Chintana, it should not have any Kosha Chinta or any Vishaya Chinta. Otherwise, there will be Bhaya. Vakshati, and it will be said later, उपाधि भेदात् स्वयमेव भिद्यते चोपाद्यपोहे स्वयमेव केवलः तस्माद् उपादेः विलयाय विद्वान् वसेत् सदा आकल्प समाधि निष्ठया इति. There is a typo here. Just let me look at this shloka. Which is this shloka? 358. Let me cross check in the book, in the shloka, because in the Vyakhyana here there seems to be a typo. 358. Yeah, samadhi. So it should be samadhi. Dhakara is not there. So there is dakar here. Okay, samadhi nishtaya. So what is said there? Vakshati. It will be said upadhi bhedat swayameva bhidyate. Due to making upadhi bheda, that there is this kosha and then there are many people. If you keep on, upadhi bheda is there. There are lot of people with lot of upadhis, but it is all one Brahma Tattva, which is like this Ghatakasha and Mahakasha. Mahakasha is one. Ghatakasha is nothing but Mahakasha, but there are many pots, Ghatas, which as though segment and make this Mahakasha Ghatakasha. But Upadhi Veda Swayameva Vidyate, if you get segmented yourself that the consciousness is not one now, consciousness has become many. So Upadhya Pohe Swayameva Kevalaha. Once the Upadhi goes, pots are destroyed, then what happens? The Ghatakasha is clearly merging. There is no real merging, but you see that it is one with the Mahakasha. Similarly, once Upadhi goes away, the consciousness will not even have apparent segmentation. Tasmad Upadehe Vilayaya Vidwans. Therefore, for Vilaya of this Upadhi, one should try to resolve the Upadhi, because Upadhi Krita Bheda is there. If you resolve the Upadhi into nothing, into non-existence, you negate the Upadhis, then what remains is a single Atma Tattva across everything that is existent. And then Sada Akalpa Samadhi Nishtaya Vaset Vidwan. Vidwan Tasmad Vidwan Upadehe Vilayaya Vaset. How? Sada Akalpa Samadhi Nishtaya. To resolve this, the Upadhis, one should remain in Samadhi. So it is said one should remain in Samadhi means you cannot force Samadhi. How will Samadhi come about? I have said earlier also, whether Samadhi comes about or not, we should not focus on that. But we should have Nishtha. Samadhi Nishtha means that Nirvikalpakatva, the Nirvalipikalpaka Jnana you can have a hold on. You focus on the Nirvikalpaka Jnana, and then with that Brahma Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti, you hold on to that. If you hold on to that, this Nirvikalpaka Samadhi, let it take place or not, is not our concern at all. But if you have Samyak Jnana and you remain there, this Samadhi will follow. Okay, it's already time. So we'll see 331 in the next part. Sarva Vedant Siddhanta Gocharam Tama Gocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Any questions? No questions. So I'll see you in the next part. Namaste.